will do after September. Thank you, Mr Speaker.
Louisa Wall.
Tēnā koe te mangai o te whare. It's my pleasure to speak on this third reading of the Children, Young Persons and Their Families Oranga Tamariki Legislation Bill and the Vulnerable Children Amendment Bill. I'd like to take us back to August 2013. And in August 2013, the Honourable Paula Bennett, who was then the Minister of Social Development, went to the iwi Leaders Forum. And what did she say? She said to iwi leaders, you need to take these children and you need to be responsible for them. That's all. Imagine if that conversation was the beginning of a partnership. Imagine if she had gone to that iwi leaders hui and said, we've noticed or we've identified over 3,000 children in our care and protection system who are Māori, and we, the government, want to partner with you, iwi, to create a better pathway forward for our children and our family who, for whatever reason, are coming into the care of the state. Because that was within a context, Mr Speaker, where we knew that the current system was not effective in intervening early to provide the support children and families deserve. The Children's Commissioner had already, 2 years later, came out and talked about the ineffective case management system, the care and placements breaking down, the difficulty in recruiting and retaining staff, the casual workforce who are insufficiently trained and supported. But I just now have to wonder what would have happened if there was a partnership approach to this issue that could have led to an expert panel that comprised 50% Māori who sat together. Imagine it. You know, I imagine what this bill could have been, what we could be doing right now, based on that principle of partnership in the Treaty of Waitangi. Rather than the minister go and say, take these kids, they're your responsibility, they're a burden on the state. Because actually what's driven all of this is statistics like children who were born in 1991 who entered the care and protection system when they reached 21 years of age, 90% of those children were on a benefit, 25% of them were on a benefit with a child. That's what's driven it from the government's perspective, actually limiting their fiscal liability. But imagine if we'd gone from a different base, a base of actually caring about the circumstances of the children and their families, wanting to work in partnership with iwi, with Māori groups, and actually saying, hey, how about we all work together because it's in all of our interests for our tamariki and our mokopuna not to be on a benefit, 83% of them in prison, all those negative statistics. If the drivers over that side actually were about putting children at the centre of a piece of legislation, then we would be in a different place. But the reality is you've removed the whānau first principle, because what you've distilled from those statistics is that by putting our children in whānau first, that's what's resulted in the re-abuse, all the placements that have broken down, all those sorts of things. You've just blamed it solely on that principle. And we can't look at it in isolation, because what you've done is created the Home for Life. You know, we acknowledge the work of our 2,000 foster families. They're doing fantastic work. But the priority for all of us, as we've been saying throughout this whole journey, is that because 61% of the children in the care and protection system are Māori, we want those children to be placed within their whānau, hapu and iwi. It's not a radical thought, and the reality is, and Judge Henwood said this, it was the state who picked the wrong alternative whānau to look after those children. It was the state who re-abused those children. But what the state's done again is abdicated their responsibility and blamed it on the Māori whānau. So, you know, it's a very sad day. I wish we were supporting this piece of legislation, but as we've consistently said, we will not support legislation that fundamentally strips away Māori children's Māori identity. Kia ora.
Doocey.
I commend this bill to the House.
The question is that the Children, Young Persons and their Families Oranga Tamariki legislation bill be read a third time. Those who are of that opinion will say aye. Aye. The contrary opinion will say no. No. The ayes have it. Party vote is called for. The clerk will conduct a party vote.
New Zealand.